Well, let's bring you the breaking news from southwest France as firefighters now say at least 40 people, we understand probably 42 in all, have been killed in a head-on collision between a bus and a truck. This happened at 7:30 in the morning. An official with the National Gendarme Service said the crash occurred close to Bordeaux, to the much smaller town of Puisseguin, and that the death toll may have been so unusually high because the bus itself, the coach, caught fire. We have a journalist who is in Bordeaux. Titus Holliday, I think, is on the line now, working for the Sud-Ouest newspaper. Titus, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Can you just enlighten us to, as far as we understand, how this crash happened?
Well, we're not sure what happened exactly. It happened in a very rural area in southwest of France, on a very narrow road. The information we have here is that the crash happened in a bend on the road, and as you said previously, the two vehicles caught fire. Most of the passengers in the bus were senior passengers who were on tour, who were tourists, elderly tourists, and eight people survived.
Right, of which we understand only 3 were actually able to step off the bus unhurt, which is a terrible statistic. In terms of, again, what we understand, am I right in saying, Titus, that it was on impact that the bus or the coach exploded or burst into flames?
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. It must have been very sudden. We're not sure. We don't have more information about the circumstances of the accident. But all we know yet is that the impact was so violent that the bus caught fire and very few managed to escape from the flames.
I understand from what we've seen, this is the worst accident of its kind for more than 30 years. I can only imagine that in the Gironde area, in the region, in the department, this is going to be deeply shocking.
Yeah, exactly. It's the second biggest accident in France since 1982, and so yeah, it's especially the amount of people killed in the accident that's terribly shocking for the region. We're not sure where all the victims are from yet, but presumably they're all French.
Yes. Well, look, Titus, thank you very much indeed. Titus Holliday, who works for the Sud-Ouest newspaper based in Bordeaux. We can also speak to Marie Fulbert, who is a representative on the Libourne Town Council, very close to the scene of the crash. Marie, thank you very much indeed for joining us here on BBC World News. Can you perhaps give us any indication? Do you know who were the people on board the bus?
We do not have much more information for now, but we know that they were senior going to a visit for today in Gironde, which is quite near Libourne, but we do not have much more information for now.
Right, so this was a day trip for pensioners, essentially,
yeah,
is what you're saying. Yeah, and they would presumably be, nonetheless, local to maybe to Libourne itself, but certainly to the surrounding area. Yes.
We're afraid that as the hour goes by, we're afraid to know that the victims were from here, but we don't know yet.
I imagine, given the time now, what is it, just gone 10 o'clock with you, that you must be either inundated with calls from anxious relatives and friends, or at least having to set up some sort of emergency situation room?
Yes, we did have a lot of calls from friends and family who wanted to know that if there were relatives in that bus, but we did have a green number where they can call. So as soon as we got more information, we'll be able to talk with the families.
Could I ask you, Marie, one specific question, which is about the road where this accident has happened? We were hearing from Titus Holliday on Sud-Ouest newspaper just now that it was probably on a bend of a road. But this is a D road. This is a very minor road, isn't it?
Yes, it's a very minor road, and what the police force told us is that the bus were hit by the truck. So we don't know yet more about the circumstances of the accident.
But would it be realistic to presume that on a small narrow road there would not be much room for a truck, a lorry, and a bus to pass each other?
I don't really know. We haven't been there yet, so I can't tell you more about that.